Yo, what's going on, everybody?
It's crack-a-lagging.
Welcome to another Micannacast Wake and Bake. I'm Canna Dave.
Hey, I'm Groovy.
On today's Wake and Bake, we're going to be talking about dispos, what we like and dislike. It's going to be the main topic. But before we get into that, always let us know what you're smoking on, dab it on. If you're on Facebook, we got stars. They accepted us into the program somehow, so that's kind of cool. So yeah. Shout out to Facebook. Usually we're ripping on you guys, but today
we appreciate it, I guess. I think. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll
find out.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out today. But yeah, we got the stars going on there.
Yeah, if you could share, like, comment, blah, 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 please. That helps us, especially getting going in the morning. We got to, like, get all that. So
yeah, getting the reach out there always helps. I appreciate that. Let us know how you're consuming cannabis. What's your dabs of the week? What's the flower of the week you've been smoking on?
Oh, I got to change Instagram. Oh, my God. Go ahead. No, we're good. I forgot to put our faces on there right now. They're just staring at.
Cool. They're just staring at the sponsors.
Hey, the stream has already began. It's false advertising.
Yeah. We're about to be smoking up on some pressure today. It's a pretty rainy, cold day here in Michigan. Yeah. We did have some nice weather on St. Patty's Day. You know, it was about 70 degrees, even though I just smoked a shit ton of grain. Didn't really drink any grain beer, you know?
Yeah.
We got our holiday coming up here in a month, so 420.
Yeah.
Or hash bash. If you want to call hash bash a holiday too. It's not really a holiday.
I mean, it's good. That day is gonna be crazy for me, so it's gonna be a holiday.
Andy, we are live on pretty much any platform right now. We are live on Facebook, IG, YouTube. Those are our main three. You can hit us on Twitter if you want.
YouTube is the space, the chat, if you want to like really get involved in the chat. Facebook as well. It's just
if you want to send us some stars, hit that Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook and YouTube seem to be the best where we can get, because I can at least grab all your comments. Sometimes with Twitter and LinkedIn and IG, I can't really. IG, I definitely can't grab the comments.
The IG name is Micannacast. Micannacast everywhere. You look Micannacast, we are everywhere. I appreciate you asking, Andy. Thank you. Good morning as well, Andy. What are you smoking on? Good morning, Danny.
Yeah.
Good morning, Craven Bake. White ash or trash? That is right, my dog.
IG is Micannacast. Yeah, all one word. What's up, Danny? Yeah, for some reason I'm not seeing their comments. Well, they should come down. Sometimes it just takes a second. What's the YouTube? Micannacast.
Yep.
Pretty much same everywhere. We try to keep it very consistent.
That was one of our main things, actually, when we created the socials and we created everything. We wanted it to be one word.
Mm-hmm.
So you can pretty much Google it. You'll be able to find it. I even posted our link in, what's it called? YouTube. Or not YouTube, Reddit. So we are not live on Reddit, but hopefully the Michi gents will be joining the YouTube link. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
So
what's up, fam? Appreciate y'all. What's everyone up to today, man? I had a crazy night out last night. Not like I didn't really. I had a drink. I threw on a booth at a club, and I was like, I gotta have a drink to feel like I got some value out of this. But other than that,
what up, Chris? Night, so. Strawberry candy.
By the way, we're 2 weeks out, baby. We're 2 weeks out. Hash bash day.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Actually, you want to know something? I checked the weather because I've been waiting till today because you could see it for. I've been like waiting each day. I'm like refresh. Is
it really 2 weeks out? Like that's how far it goes?
Yeah, it says 57. It says 57. Which is great. I didn't see rain in it. I mean, obviously, it's 2 weeks. It can freaking change. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, dude, weather is...
But just to see that, if it's 57, 60, and sunny, it is going to be packed. And I hope I see every one of you up at Hash Bash. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm so pumped. It's going to be a good time.
It is. I think it's going to be a blast up there.
Smoking on some white peach Bellini and peanut butter breath.
Damn.
Okay, baked tater. Hey, what do you think of the peanut butter breath? I'm always so curious on people's thoughts on peanut butter breath. You know what I mean? Because like we went through a phase, and you killed that genetic. You know what I mean? So it didn't.
I got rid of it because I personally couldn't grow it the best. Every time I grew it, I would flush it properly. I've even did less flushing. I couldn't get it to smoke smooth. It was one of the harsher smokes I had. That's why I had to get rid of it. So for my opinion, it wasn't my favorite. Good morning, Marianne. Thanks for dropping in. Craven, have a safe trip out to Milwaukee. Smoking on some glue. Fam.
Smoking on some Scooby cake in the Puffco. Ting. Cheers. I like it.
But a lot of people do like peanut butter breath, though, man. It's not like it's one of.
I don't know if I've ever had the right like.
I've had it
pheno.
once that it did taste really good. That's why I was excited when I got the seeds because I think the seeds
You
were.
remember where you got it?
It was Ann Arbor. It was from Ann Arbor, and it might have been from a shop that it was actually Thug Pug's genetics, but I'm not 100%, so I can't tell you. But if it was, that was really good peanut butter breath. But I haven't experienced that peanut butter breath.
Well,
since,
yeah, no,
you
I
know?
mean, like that's the thing. If it doesn't grow well, like that's the thing we always talk about. Like genetics, people can love genetics, but if it doesn't grow well for the growers, then it's gonna eventually die out.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it
exactly.
doesn't yield a lot, or if it doesn't have a good, smoke, or you find that right phenotype, you know what I mean? Oh, Dave Cobb, what's up? What's going on, man?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Good morning. But yeah, so like peanut butter breath, I'll dig it. Dave Cobb had peanut butter breath last summer, enjoyed it. Marianne had some peanut butter Rockstar. Peanut butter Rockstar, that sounds good. Party like a rock.
That's literally what
Party
popped in my
like a
head.
rock
That's
star.
why I was like, like a rock. I was like, I don't know.
Taking me back to our middle school days.
I don't even know if those songs were actually popular.
What's
not.
going on, Lori? She says, go see T Money Green play at Hash Bash. He was a bass player for Snoop, Warren G, and Dre. And then he's my mentor in music biz
where you
and
reading
loves to
this at?
smoke. It's on Canada Dave's page. So thank you, Lori, for dropping in.
Yeah.
Chris ate
Appreciate
6
that.
grams of RSO last night. What? How are you
Dude.
up right now,
Yeah,
my
I was
dude?
gonna
How
say
are
when you ate that 8th at RSO, they passed out for like 12 hours at least. Like you guys were dead to the world.
How are you up?
Well, hey man, again, everyone uses cannabis differently, and that's why I love it. I know some people that can handle 500 milligrams of edibles like it's nothing. I'm just like, what?
Dude, that's crazy.
That's cray cray. Fuck.
That shit would have me messed up. I mean, it did have me messed up.
I was gonna
back
say,
then.
I watched it mess you up, but that's cool.
That was fun, though. That was fun. But yeah, let's get into this dispo talk. We've been warming up, having a good talking about strains. Keep dropping the genetics or terps that you've been enjoying this week. That's something that we've been talking about. I was like, what instead of what you're smoking on, what have you been enjoying too? You know,
It's a good one.
like. I'm always gonna talk about my strains, but like I've been enjoying the pressure, which I've been chiefing
Oh yeah, I've been just waiting.
the whole time.
Half a joint.
Hey, he didn't pass that puff
It
code,
was
did he,
puff,
man? Come
puff.
on, guys.
I hit it once, dude. What do you mean?
Puff it.
This mother- You ever got someone like that in your life that like if you ask too much, it's like whoa, but they can smoke half a joint live. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I got no one to hear about the spark up right now.
Ow. But yeah, basically, what are your thoughts on dispensaries?
Yeah, so the reason why this question came up, if you didn't tune into our episode this Wednesday, I'm disappointed. First off, burn. Nah, I'm just playing. It dropped Wednesday. We reviewed Hogs, Molotov. We talked about Detroit postponing their adult use license. They're gonna talk about it this week, I believe, or next week. They postponed it till. But the whole reason why I started was because when I went to go pick up the product to review from the shop the other day, first time in a shop, I'm gonna kind of go through it briefly. We talked about it more on the episode, right, Groovy? And I'm at the shop, doing my thing, asking questions like I normally do. And first thing in there, what are you looking for? Flour. I'm looking for some flour. Not looking for some of these brands. Didn't understand what I was saying. I was like, okay, cool, fair enough. We know that not everyone cares about the MCMA list or the boycott list, or don't even pay attention to it,
Which is crazy. Which is crazy.
It is.
but
It's
you
unfortunate.
should.
It's unfortunate if you're a bud tender because you're gonna have people like me, you, and other people coming in the shop that are gonna buy some product and they don't want any of that. Then it comes to the point where it's like you're like on your phone the whole time while I'm trying to ask questions, right? And when you're on your phone and you're literally helping me, it's a retail. Like you're supposed to be helping me. You just can't
when you're
sit-
making face-to-face contact, it's like, hey, I know what you're doing. I can see you.
And then I'm saying, hey, I want
up,
this strain
Pennywise?
right
Smoking.
there. And then she's looking all over. Oh, shouldn't even said that, but they're looking all over for where the product is. And it's like, okay, I'm looking, you work at the shop. I figured you would know where it's at. No good recommendations. And then my name wasn't in the system because I was on the adult use side. So they had to switch me from medical adult use. So she had to bring someone else over. And then the whole time, she was just on her phone the whole time. And then after, she wouldn't even help me. She had the other lady finish me off. I was like, what? Seriously? Like, and then she went back on her phone. I'm like, that is so rude. That is so rude.
Yeah.
And then they have all the tip.
Then
they have all the tip jars out. And it's like, dude, me and you will tip when we go to the shop, especially if it's a great time.
I'm gonna be honest. I usually tip. I go in there with at least a couple.
I didn't
bucks.
tip that time.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if you're having a bad
I was like,
time.
if you're a bud tender supposed to be helping people pick out a product, the guy next to me sounded like he was doing really well. He was going through terpenes, the oils, and everything. I was like, damn.
Got the wrong. See, but that's
got the wrong bud tender. Yeah, got the wrong bud tender.
So now you don't like that dispensary because of one bad experience, and like you even told me offline, you're like, yeah, I'll go there again, but it's like in a pinch. You're not like reaching to go there. You're not like excited to go there. You know,
no,
if they have
I was
a
very
good deal. If they have a
disappointed.
good deal, you'll go.
Yeah,
But
and that'd be it. The good value. The values were what I think for me going to a shop is where it's going to play good at. But dude, just being on your phone the whole time when you're trying to ask questions and like not paying attention, it's like, all right, well, cool. I mean, me and you do the podcast, so it doesn't really matter to me. We'll talk about it. But anybody else, if you're rude to anybody else, they're probably going to talk about it with their friends or family as well, too. Are
you really inclined to spend your money, like your hard-earned money, when like you're getting, I don't want to say disrespected, but it's almost like you're getting treated like just a number, you know? And I do, it does come back down to like, you know, years from back in the day where everyone like really cared, and everyone that was a bud tender from the med days was like, they knew a lot, like, or they knew relatively a lot, right? Nowadays, it's just getting like, we need all hands on deck, you know,
Yeah.
So it's not every bud tender is created equally right now. And that is the bummer, you know? So I don't know. My big thing when you're at a dispensary is just that, like, they should listen, you know, when you're walking in and they're on your, like, regardless if they're on their phone, I need to be heard. If I go in the dispensary and I'm like, oh, I really like this. I want like a skunkier terpene, right? Like gassier terpene. And they're just trying to sell me whatever's on fire. That, like, they're not listening. Like whatever's on sale, they're just trying to sell me the best deal, the highest THC or whatever. That's when I get annoyed. 'Cause I'm like, really?
Mm-hmm.
You guys even listening to what I'm saying? But
nope.
I don't know.
No, it's just frustrating, man. Like that's one of the things that bothers me. And then the other thing that would bother me would be like when you're going in there and like you just said, everything is supposed to be fire. It's like, all right, give me like honesty. What have you tried? I love the bud tenders that are very helpful to tell you what I've tried. This is all right. It's not as good. You know, I'll be honest. I haven't even tried it. It's a new product. Like that's helpful stuff to me when you're there. Like that's all you're asking for. I'm not asking you to be well versed in everything on cannabis. It's so new, and a lot of them right now, they want you to have experience, or you don't have experience. But then you have a lot of people getting hired that don't have experience. You know, it makes no sense because each shop's different. It's like,
well, that's what I was about to say. It all depends on which shop you're at, man.
I think it comes down to top down from your upper management, from owners down to management.
I mean, yeah. Education is very important, you know, and I mean, you know, they definitely, in my opinion, like they exist for a reason. You know, they're gonna be around. It's like the next step, like having like legal tender, right? But it's like, when does it like? What's the like when does the dispo say like, oh, we just need point of sales people, and when do they like actually have to hire? Because eventually you just need someone to do the job, right? Like if they can't find the educated bud tenders that their desire, they just got to put someone in there, you know? So it's like, I kind of see the struggle, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like they should be hosting like trainings at their dispensaries for their people, educating them on the products.
There needs to be more bud tender training and stuff like that. Because dude, back when I was working at shops back in the day, dude, you would come in, we would make sure that we would help you with anything that you were looking for, you know, whatever strain it was, concentrate, edible, we were there to help. I know it was medical and not adult use, but you're doing your job. Any job you're working at, you should just always be putting your best foot effort. Obviously, there's days where you have bad days and you're not going to be in your best mood.
Yeah, and that's going Monday through Friday,
and that's going to reflect your day. But mine's like, same every day. No, I'm just kidding.
No, just Monday through Friday. I get to wake and bake time. Like,
Yeah, Saturdays. I love wake and bakes.
Friday night,
one of my
I'm
personal
chilling.
favorites. I love baked taters. Come here. My wife literally asks to smell every jar. I personally hate dispo weed. 9 out of 10 is disappointing. I feel you on the every jar.
Well, you do the every jar thing. That's me. Every time we're there, Dave's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna take an hour and a half." No, but like,
literally, literally,
because you're paying your hard-earned money. Like, and that's my other thing is when they're trying to rush you out of the door. Or something,
so annoying.
It's like, come on.
I'm literally about to spend $100-$200 inside the shop.
I'll never forget that Vegas trip when she was like, literally like, I know everything that's here and I know more than everyone here. You just tell me like what you're looking for and I'll tell you what you need. And we were like, we just want to look and smell, and basically treat us like we're idiots. And it's like,
you want to smell
you
your
shouldn't
weed?
look down on anyone in cannabis. Like if they don't know much, educate them. If they're saying misinformation, educate them. If they know a decent amount, just listen. Like I don't know.
Dude,
you'll be hating.
People are hating, man. People are always hating. That's so funny. That lady pissed me off so much, man.
Oh, I know. We've talked about. I mean, you're like, we're gonna do an entire wake and bake about dispensary. I was like, yeah. Well, all right, man. No, but I get that. I'm gonna be honest. Like, one of the worst times I ever had is like, if you want to buy from both sides, it's like such a hassle. Sometimes they let you do it and it's no big deal, but sometimes you have to like. One time I had to recheck in. Oh my god, I was so mad.
Oh God, I remember that.
This is back in the day. I wanted a med side thing and I wanted an adult use side product. When adult use first started happening, I'm like, it's, in my brain, I'm like, it's a dispo. They're like, no, you got to go re-wait in line. I'm like, why? I just spent like $100 and you're like gonna tell me I have to go wait in fucking line? And I wanted it because it was like literally a good deal on the adult use side. It was like $20 for some wax or something. I was like, all right, fuck you. I was so pissed because it's like,
I was there. I remember the dispo. It was I'm not gonna say, but it was one of the newer ones in Hazel Park that opened up back in the day. So
yeah, and I mean, Dave's saying he's been to 6 of them and he doesn't even want to go back, and that's a bummer. You know what I mean? It really is.
Yep. No, that is a bummer, dude. That's
because like at the end of the day, like in my brain, dispensary should be extension of the cannabis, right? Like how they were, like love, like here's the plant, like here's your variety, here's your actual top shelf, here's your actual cheap shit. Like that's how it used to be. I felt like when it was in that like unregulated area of 2000.
You remember going to those dispos? You never really had that horrible of an experience. You pretty much walked in, got your bud, and everyone was always pretty much happy to be working in the industry, it seemed like. Yeah. Now it's like, yeah, I don't know. I really don't care. And like you said, there's high quality bud being sold for like, or low quality bud being sold for a high price.
Well, the thing is, man, it's a cash crop, right? We all know, everyone here is like, it's a cash crop. You could like you could be me and kill cactuses and I could probably still grow weed as long as I fed it water, right? Like it's a cash crop and people are starting to see that, and not just us, but like big business and everywhere. And like, so like when you see all these people it becomes more of a cash item, you're seeing that shift from like the love into the money, and it's frustrating, and
that's exactly why the MCMA right now is furious with the MRA, because the MRA just passed that micro business A license where you can go 300 plants. Shout right out.
Yeah, micro business, like I love it.
And the MCMA is like, what? We're trying to squash the smaller competition because we have so much dollars. Right. No one's buying our product right now. They're going to be shaking in their boots in the next 2 years because, dude, there's only so long that you can have products on the shelves, continue growing product, no one buying product, and continuing to pay with no income coming in, right?
Yeah.
Like, eventually, you're going to see some of these fall, and that's why I think you see the Mad Men, where their stocks were so high years ago, and they've just slowly gone down.
Right. Well, it's because you got all that flashy marketing money behind you, so people are like, oh, they're going to do well. And then they
to the investors that don't know much about the cannabis industry, they think, this company's going to take it to the next level. Boom. Like, same thing with Seth Rogen's company, Houseplant. I think he partnered with CGC, what was it, Canopy Growth Company, or a different one in Canada, but then he got away from them and broke off. And he's doing something different now. Like those are all your corporate cannabis companies, and I don't see them all being around for so long. Like if their product, I know you were talking about dispos, and I got off on a tangent because I was thinking of the MCMA, and I was reading an article last night about it, and there was a quote. I don't remember the quote, but they're upset that the MRA pretty much passed this, pretty much. So well. They should have it. You should have it. The only thing they can't do is do their own concentrates.
It's funny when you see big business scared of the little guys. Like it's hilarious because usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, because
that's what's awesome about it. Like that's what's kind of interesting and fascinating about this industry. Like that. Like usually big business is more successful because they have more money to stick in. They can get it the cheaper the cheaper parts. But that's not like how it is in cannabis, and it's nice.
Dude, it is. What about everyone listening? What, do you guys have any bad experiences going to dispos? We've Heard a couple bad. Dave won't go back. Danny,
anyone have any good experiences too? Any good or bad experiences?
I mean, good experience, dude. I used to love going to dispos when they first were popping open back in the day. It was always fun, dude. Checking out different bud. I don't know. I just love weed, so I just love seeing different varieties, different flowers, different concentrates, and all that on the market. But nowadays, I don't know.
And hold on. And it lets them buy edibles and extracts, which will finally make micro business a viable option. Yeah, well, that's what we were talking about. Like that's kind of nice, but it's kind of a shame to begin with that the other, like Winewood, one of our sponsors, they're a micro biz. They were the first ones in Ann Arbor. Please support local, by the way. If you can, like if you're out in Ann Arbor, especially for Hash Bash, go grab. They've got some legit hash and say Micannacast. But I just want to say, like, they're like when we talked to Eric about all that stuff, it was like it's a whole different thing. And it's like if you grow, like, and Eric does quality stuff, and it's like if you can do that quality and find a team, you can make it work. Like Eric did make it work, but without being able to like kind of network and bring in other stuff and and just focus on one grow, it is tough. Like it's a lot of work. Like they built a team together. Like that's a lot of work, and you're absolutely right. I don't know if I would agree with the viable option, but only because it can work. It's just a lot harder, and like I don't know. I just think the micro businesses have such a huge like connection between the caregiver area and like the big business, right? So when you land in that middle, I just kind of like that. I don't know why. So I like micro business. I like that 150. I like that 300 license because those are. You can handle that with a smaller team.
I like that.
When you get to that 500, like that gets tough. And when you get to 1,000, that's like really tough.
I still even consider the 500 pretty small though too, compared to the 1,500. And then you start stacking. Yeah, that's where I say it's different because like, when you only have 500 plants, dude, and you're competing against ones that have 10,000 or 5,000 plants because they're stacking licenses, that's hard to compete. But if you're producing quality flower and you're able to get it, and you're doing different marketing tactics, I think you will be able to succeed in the industry. You're just seeing, but
hold on. Nick said he had a bad experience at Loom and Sozo. They're both dispos that don't sell by the ounce. They only sell by the eighth. If you want a zip, you got like $8.50 a piece. Get the fuck. And listen, I get how. Listen,
that is horrible. First off, thank you for sharing.
First off, fuck you very much because. Like you're not like, Cookies did that because they got really unique with their genetics and they had that like desire brand, right? That's why people did. I'm so sick of these other brands doing it
Andy?
Because they smack on a pretty pink package and they and they're like, oh, we're worth $60 an eighth now. Like, no, you just spent a shit ton on things that don't matter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's bullshit. Because like I understand like when you're selling them by an eighth, like, and it's unique genetics, like it's fresh off the market, like fine. Whatever, but like that's just ripping people off, man. When you can't give people discounts, or like when you buy more, when has that never not been a thing? Like in any other industry, like
and it's go Loom, to Sam's dude, Club, and it's cheaper. Loom, man. Their bud's not even good, dude. Their bud's like $28 an eighth, not even. Like that's a ripoff.
It's a scam. Danny said it best.
It is,
scam. Dude. It's a hustle.
And then why are people gonna want to go back? Why would you?
They're not, dude. There's so many dispos. Listen. I went to this dispo and they wouldn't honor a deal that was on 3 of their shelves. It would literally said it on like when I walked in on their website and on the back shelf. I'm like, okay, so 3 signs now. I verified it going in. I'm like, all batters. 5 for 100. I'm like, sweet. I'll just get that. Oh, we can only do these 3. I'm like, it says right there. She's like, oh, we can honor it Sunday, but not on Fridays and Saturdays. I was like, what? She's like, oh, it's outdated. I'm like, this has been the same sign for over a month. Like, I was like, this is where I'm trying to say is this is why I'm sick of people like Loom. I'm sick of all these dispos that are like, oh, we can just treat you how you want. I said, oh, it's no big deal. I'll just go across the street and get 4 for 100. And that's what I did. like, what do you think? I'm not just going to leave? They feel like, oh, we got you in here. You're going to buy weed. Like, maybe that's how it was in the beginning. But, like, if I need to buy more weed, I'll just go somewhere else. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So, you should be nice to your customers. Because, like,
dude,
they're in your shop.
Man. They're the ones.
They're in your shop trying to spend money. Like, I'm in your shop trying to spend money. I just want to be treated with some type of, like, respect, I guess is the right way to say it. Oh, what's up, Andy? How's it going, fam?
Dude, like, why would you, you were not going to go back. You're not going to go buy the product. That's going to turn you off from the whole brand in general. Such a overall bad experience for them.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the whole thing is like, that's another thing. Customer service is a whole nother thing. So.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, that's a major part for dispos. Like you said, dude, there's so many options. So many places are opening up. We just saw Gaylord is opening up a shop. Like people are going to go travel the extra 5-10 minutes now to not go to the shop that's disrespectful for them or that they don't feel welcome at. You're going to go somewhere else and you're going to buy your product there.
Why wouldn't you? And
like you're going to get your product no matter what,
Well, that's kind of my whole thing is like, you shouldn't be rude nowadays because it isn't like, oh, we can just, we treat you like this because we're only dispo in town. Like they're opening up left and right, left and right, left and right. So,
dude, all over.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love this comment. Loom has different prices in different towns. Some weed could be $50 at one store and $20 in Bay City.
Really?
Well, I mean, they
probably
are over.
Demographic. I mean, dude, they're freaking everywhere.
They are everywhere.
We went to the one and like we had such bad customer. It was such a bad experience at the dispo, and Dave hated their rosin so much that we just never went back. That was like when they first opened. It was before we knew all the Bell Tire stuff, and it was literally their grand opening or that same weekend. Like we're like, oh, a new dispo is right by my house. Well, it's closer to my house than Detroit.
Yeah, it was horrible, man. Not a fan. Absolutely trash.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's how it goes.
Yo, what up, Derek? It's the same with... Oh, shit. I just dropped a comment.
Drop a comment.
It's the same with dispos that deliver. Pleasantries took like 7 hours to bring my trees. And you expect me to use you again? Damn, that's a good point, Derek. I personally have never used delivery for cannabis. 7 hours you had to wait for your bud? That's unreal, dude. Do they tell you? Is there a time window they tell you with it? Like, hey, we'll be there within an hour or within 2 hours. Because if it's 7 hours, then at that point, like, I don't even want the bud. I would have went somewhere else to get the bud. Like that defeats the purpose of delivery. Delivery to me is like, I want it now. I don't want to leave my house. I want it within the hour.
I can understand delivery taking a few hours though, only because like. Because it's not like pizza where there's a smaller. Is there a zone? I don't know. I guess it depends. I've never done it either.
Dude, just bag the order. You probably have a delivery driver that gets the order, gets it.
No, I know, but you know how pizza shops would be like within 5 miles. Like dispos were like 10, and then if you pay extra, you can go farther. So it's almost like it's kind of unpredictable.
7 hours though.
Dude, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it's all right. I'm just saying you can. I was just trying to say you can understand a little bit of time. 7 hours is a whole fucking day.
7 hours.
That sucks. Dude.
That's a whole work day.
Derek just said. He said, yeah, they had the time. Wait, they had a time window, and I had to call and ask what was up, and they said it was traffic. Traffic for 7 hours. That's what I'm saying,
dude. That's ridiculous. You better. I mean, I would ask for something free at that point, because like, dude, 7 hours. That's like if you ordered at like 4 o'clock, you're not getting it till almost like 10. The delivery people aren't even working that late. It only should be a couple hours, an hour.
Oh damn, Sozo! They harassed Nick saying that he was parking too long in their parking lot, like just so they could probably get more customers in there, and you were probably just like getting situated or rolling up or whatever. Wow, yeah, 15-20 minutes. Okay, interesting. See, I don't know. I mean, that's random, but that's random. I don't know. Every dispensary is different too, you know. Isn't that the craziest?
T-Dub, don't go to Flourish.
Oh wow, I did ask for something free. I got nothing, and the weed was boo-boo. Oh no! So then you wait, and then you're disappointed.
Well, here now we're talking about Pleasantries and how bad their service was on delivery. So they're just getting a bad rap. I appreciate you sharing that with us, Derek. I mean, we're not fans of them personally, and
Well, that's because of their beliefs.
Yeah. Well, he started it, the MCMA, and then he just backed out, or he was president or something, and just dropped out.
Yeah. Again, plus, whatever.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, we. I was about to get real negative. I'm like, not worth it. Like we think of those people.
Yeah, not worth it today. Not worth it today.
Trying to hold back the industry. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase.
I love Andy P's comment. So far, never had a bad experience at dispos. It's kind of counterintuitive not to be cordial.
Interesting. And Andy's old school too, so like the fact that like he's getting treated with respect is nice to see. And when I say old school, I just mean like you've been around watching weed go from illegal to illegal, like truly. You know, where I tell Dave, I mean, we watched it when it was definitely pretty illegal when we started, but like it's changed rather quickly in our years. I mean,
technically it became medical though as soon as '08.
Well, let me ask you, Andy. I mean, if you want to drop the dispensary in the comments, like let us know where you went, because like I'm more curious in like what'd you get, you know? Because I'm just curious about your experience. You know, you had a good. That's good. That's good that you had good experiences. Like, where do you go? Because maybe everyone in the comments would like that. Like, and I've definitely had great experiences. Dispos are great sometimes, but.
Oh, I know, Derek. He goes, I hate that they got Gibraltar Trade Center. Something so iconic is now in their hands. Who'd they collab with? That
That's
alcohol
true.
company, that liquor, the beer. Oh my God, is it Blake's? Was it Blake's? I don't know. But yeah, so sad, man. So messed up.
I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's like, oh, great to see. It's good to see the cannabis industry grow, but when you see it with the people that you don't want it to grow, it's like, ugh.
But dude, here's the thing though. If
So
you're a
it's like-
shop though and you're late, like, don't you think if you didn't give anything for free, your customers are already upset. Wouldn't you want to be like, here's 10, 15% off your next order or something? Like, I think shops should be doing more of that for customers.
Yep.
Like, if you, that's messed up, man. I'm sorry, Derek. That's just messed up.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's take a second here, give a shout out to our sponsors and whatnot, kind of like switch the pace a little bit.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I just got, you know, as we're talking about all this, like, you know, negative stuff, positive stuff, you know, it's just crazy to think that everyone has such a different experience, basically, usually on the bud tender, which comes down from management. But anyways, just want to say, support local if you can. Check out Seed Hub. If you use Micannacast, you save 15% off your seeds. You can order seeds. They've got spores, and I think they're going to be adding other types of seeds besides just cannabis. So definitely check them out, seedhub.shop. Get that extra 15% off. There's already free shipping on your order. So
Hey, get your seeds for planting season's coming up.
Yep.
April's almost here.
Yep.
And then May.
Yep. And then if you want, you can use that same promo code MICANA15 at ninosnaturalscbd.com and save 15% off your CBD products. So we really appreciate this support. This helps us. This helps our team. You know, they believed in us this month and the months, and they believe in us. So we're trying to show some love. So please, we appreciate it. And you get free shipping for anything over $50.
Yep.
Right, Canada Dave?
Yep.
I know
And-
you like some of their stuff. You love that CBN. So.
Yeah, I like the CBG and the
CBG.
what was it? The tinctures as well too.
Yeah.
The hot toddy tinctures. And then also check out Winewood Organics, first micro business in Ann Arbor. Go visit them. Mention Micannacast. You receive 35% off your first time visit, which is huge. It's usually 25%, giving us 35% that you're able to use. They have flour, they have rosin, they have sauce carts, they have edibles. Everything's organic, grown from the flower through. So check it out.
Locally sourced cannabis, and I support micro businesses because, like we were talking about earlier in the comments, like they do have even more tribulations than some other dispensaries because they have so many other regulations because they have to deal with regulations of grow ops and processors. So it's shout out, love you, Eric and your team. Thanks. So
Yep.
yeah,
100%.
yeah. I just I just like that micro business idea because it really does bridge that caregiver to like legal grow, but like we can still like handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, still gets that love and everything that he needs. So, but, yeah, it looks like we got some more comments about experiences on Dispos. So that's sweet.
Yeah, drop them up.
I know, I'm
Always
just
let us
trying
know
to
what
switch
you're
things
smoking
up
on and
here.
dabbing on. If you're just joining the chat, always let us know. We are smoking some pressure. That's what we've been smoking on this
Well,
morning.
I just want to follow up with what Andy said. Actually, Andy said that he had a good experience at Live. Oh, interesting. Okay, because when I went there, they didn't. But that was I went on the grand opening, so it was nonstop, and they were nice, but it was just like
Stressful.
they were still sifting through the good help. You know what I mean? Like not everyone was like knowledgeable there on the cannabis. Like I remember I didn't have like the best bud tender, but that's what I'm trying to say is like that's why I always remember I didn't have the best experience, but really it was like just didn't have really the best bud tender. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I mean, and
was it a bad
that plays a
experience or
factor,
did
man.
it?
That
Yeah,
plays
a
a
huge
factor.
factor.
Like, I'll probably go back to the one that I was upset about today. But if I honest got them again, I'd probably be like, oh, dude, for real. Like, then I probably wouldn't go back if it was the same experience again. Because, like you said, I'll just spend my money somewhere else at that point. If I'm really gonna put my money down and need to go spend it, I'll pick somewhere to spend it.
You know what? Actually, now I think about it, Andy just brought up a very good comment. So, if you go to this dispensary, he said the site was cut down for medical, so they gave you 10%. So there are dispensaries that will cut your on adult use side. They'll give you 10% extra discount for being a med card patient. That gets rid of that difference in tax. I think that does make a huge difference.
Wasn't that didn't Puff do that for us?
There's a good amount.
Was
like
it
there's
that?
a decent amount. I can't just keep dropping them because that's happened to me like handfuls of times throughout the years. And it's when they do that, I mean, at least for me, it makes me want to spend more money because I'm like, oh shit, I can get whatever I want for the same price. You know, I'm like, hell yeah. Like, you know, so it's like, I love that type of stuff. You don't see that everywhere. I just wanted to bring that up. That's a good point. When you do see that at dispensaries, I when I see a dispensary that does that, I'm like, respect. You know what I mean? Because you are really truly there, not just trying to make money off because the med patients, if they want to buy one thing from the adult use or some things, like, what's the big deal? Like, in my mind, like, you lose a little bit of 10%. Like, I don't know. Is it really that much money? I don't know.
I mean, I think dispensaries could be taking hits on that. I mean, they're the ones when they're buying the product and then selling it. Like,
yeah, see, I love when they take 10% off for med. The Colin Dunsbury. Yeah, thanks for jumping in with us. Yeah, shout out to my boy Freddie. Yeah, dude, C-Dub's awesome. And he said Gage Cannabis in Burton is legit. Interesting. I mess with Easy Meds on Dort a lot. I don't know what Easy Meds is. I mean, I'll have to look them up. That's pretty.
I've not been to Easy Meds.
Well, dude, there's so many dispensaries popping up. I can't even keep up. Like, there's one, like you said, Waterford, Gaylord, all these areas that like weren't about weed like at all a decade ago are like about that life right now. So I'm loving it.
Well, they're like, oh shit, there's
money in it, dude.
Yeah, money.
All in Grand Rapids do 10% off for med and adult use. And that's probably just because it became such a thing that it's competitive. You know what I mean? They're just doing it to be competitive with everyone else. You know, if you're the one shop that's charging that 10% extra, then like, you know what I mean?
people eventually go somewhere else. I mean,
yeah.
They'll figure it out and they'll go somewhere else. Like, yeah.
Why would I?
Especially right now when everything else costs an arm and a leg for everything and you can save a little bit of money. You're going to go somewhere where you can save money.
10% can be huge. Like, you know, I mean, even if it is just $10, like that $10 can go in my gas tank that I'm just getting screwed in.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Or whatever. The problem is.
Oh my God, I got the best meme I'm gonna share. It's with gas prices and weed. So stay tuned to our socials. Oh, dude, it's fucking hilarious.
Whoa.
It's like, how high are gas prices? And
it's probably Snoop Dogg smoking Willie Nelson. That's how high I am.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Oh yeah, and Nick confirming that about Grand Rapids. Well, that's great. Because that's how it should be. You know, you shouldn't be having to make your money off the med patients. You know,
support your local caregivers.
There's a lot more adult use than there are.
Canna Blast Farms.
Yeah, there's a lot. Oh yeah, hell yeah,
what's up, dude. Appreciate that always.
If you want to, here, Baked Tater's got a good comment here. Let me see. If you want to deal another shop, bunch of there's comments just came in. Hold on, I lost it. If you want to deal another shop, has a lot of them pretty much price matches and competitive area. Oh, interesting. Price match. We got what's that called when they price match?
Price check?
Yeah, no, there was a certain company that did that price match anywhere. Oh, God. Best Buy? The Best Buy? I swear Best Buy used to do that shit back in the day. Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Like, that's funny just bringing in, like, other price from other dispos. Oh, my God. That would be pretty sweet. I've never seen a dispensary do that competitive. I mean,
that would be a good advantage, right? To be doing that. Price check it. Like, you get the sale because you're going to buy more when you're there. You can be like, all right, so I can buy all this and you're price checking. Cool. Done.
Yeah.
I don't have to go to a second shop. Like, as a consumer,
that's pretty nice, actually.
That's not bad. But if Best Buy had it over Target or something like that, you're going to go get it at Best Buy or whatever other store, you know? Walmart, Amazon, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Gage and Burt matches everything when it's within 30 miles. No shit. Is that like a new thing I'm not like hip to?
Uh-oh. Groovy's like, do you guys match now?
I'm about to save that money.
Money saving Saturdays.
Yeah, man. All my socks got holes in them. I'm cheap as fuck. No, I'm saying. They really don't, though. I'm just like, I just mess
No,
around.
they do. No, I'm kidding.
I swear. I'll show you guys my socks.
No, we're good. We good. We good, man. We good.
I'm just joking.
No.
That must be like a new thing, though, because I didn't know that was like, you know what I mean? I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm not too familiar with it. I'm more familiar with saving like 10, 15% on taxes if you're medical and adult use.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
so
that's cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna ask now if I go, hey,
Oh,
see
Jesus.
price matching on these.
Oh, Jesus. Disposers are screwed now when we go. I mean, a lot of times we go for this, to try what's in the industry.
Yeah, a lot of it's for the reviews that we buy.
Yeah, of
and
course.
see the product out
Well,
there.
and if there's unique stuff, or if I just want to be like, give it a whirl, see what it is, I mean, the advantage is if you live in an area and you have a caregiver and you know a caregiver, obviously you have that caregiver advantage. But dispensaries exist for a reason because there's that convenience factor and then just the pure fact of like it's for some people it's more trustworthy than just going to someone random, especially nowadays. Like when these I don't want to say these kids, but like the younger generations can just go to the shop. It's not like they're forced to go get it from their friend's friend. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, that's why it's huge when you're opening up in all across Michigan because it's heavily populated. Where here, Metro Detroit, Grand Rapids, maybe Lansing, Ann Arbor, those like your main populated areas. Traverse City,
yeah.
Like all around else, like
Michigan,
you're gonna have a couple dispos around each other, and the price matching's probably huge. Like you do have that is your competition, and if you're just the dispo, like the one thing me and you always discuss, if you're just a dispo. The only thing if you don't make your own flour and you're not selling it, right, or your own concentrates, and you're just a dispo, you're literally banking on everyone else's product. So you are going to have to beat these sales or do this or have competitive offers so you can continue to have traffic, right? And wouldn't it be better to sell a lot of product than not sell many product as just owning a shop? Yeah, that's why I never got when you just went in to own a shop, right? If you don't grow your own product or if you don't, to me, if you're not processing or growing your own product and you're just running a shop, that to me, that's weird. Just a shop. Like that means you just want to get in, but I don't feel like just owning a dispo is like the key to staying in the industry long term, right?
Well, no. Well, the thing is, like when you're in it just to, hold on, how do I say this correctly? Not like just to make money. Well, no, that's it because that's what it appears as, right, man? Like it appears like all you want to do is make money.
Yep.
When you don't bring any of that, I don't want to say any value because at least you're trying to.
No,
like,
I think it is
no
value because you're really not. You're just bringing a shop to the area at that point.
Right.
Maybe it's a little harsh than no value,
but
I like that.
It's just like you're not contributing as much to the industry besides just using it to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or you're using it to like push your own agenda or just profit. Like, and not every brand that is not vertically integrated is horrible, right? But I definitely okay, thoughts on this part of dispensaries. What's your thoughts on vertically integrated? Because me and Ken and Dave, if they're vertically integrated, 9 chances out of 10 will at least try their product. It's like why we did Loom back in the day. We didn't know what it was. We're like, we'll just try it. We didn't like it, but we tried it. You know what I mean?
Same thing with Skyman's bullshit. We already knew that.
That was a long time ago. But
and Green Peak back when they first came to market. Their shit's been boof forever. It's so funny.
No, I'm saying. No, I'm not actually.
No, their shit's boof. It's really bad product.
Booftastic.
Do not support.
No, it's just vertically integrated shows that you're like, hey, we're trying to be in this industry. Like, here we are. Sometimes when you're just like selling buds, like to sell buds, it's like, But I'm not going to say their name, but there is one shop that's not vertically integrated, but they have so much product and so many deals that it's kind of like, that's nice. You know what I mean? Like, so there is that, like,
Well, I think you would have to do that at that point to survive, right?
You might have more money to stick into these other things because you're not invested in the vertically integrated grow. Grows are expensive. It takes a lot of money to fund those things. So it's like, I kind of get it. why those places can sometimes maybe have more stock. So it's like two different approaches, but I definitely do. I hate to say it, but I lean towards the vertically integrated side.
I'm all about the vertically integrated. I'm not saying I just hate dispos that don't produce, but like if it's just a dispo and like that's all you can get, maybe your eventual goal is to grow and get into the industry like that, then that's cool. I think that's a first step and you go with that. But I think if it is just a dispo and that's it, like you have to have deals or there's no reason for people to even come visit you. Because what makes you unique? You don't have your own flower. You don't have your own edible line. You don't have your own concentrate line. Unless you have exclusive relationships with other brands that you can carry their flower, then I guess that's what you're doing it on.
Oh, dude, this is great. T-Dub just said in the comments, nice, actually. He says a glorified trap house.
I saw that.
I didn't see that. I just saw that. I was like, oh, shit, that's not the right button. What are you doing, Jeremy? Wait, oh, this button? There we go. Sorry, I was looking down. I wasn't really paying attention. No, but that's kind of true because when you're not bringing that, like, yeah, I said it a million times. Like when it just doesn't look like you have that love behind the product, Oh, hey Jamie, what's going on, fam? Definitely check out. They got a great podcast, Jazz Cabbage Club. If you haven't heard it, better get to know it. No, I was like threatening, but he said I hate it when bud tenders start getting excited about morphology of the plant, the THC percentage, not things that get you quality effect. Yes,
dude, thank you.
We said that earlier. We said that earlier a little bit with like we're so sick of like recommendations with you're not listening. Like that's what I said. If you don't listen to me, why am I here? Like I'm here to have this conversation with you. I don't need to be told what's right because you like it. You know how many times like I went to get a pre-roll and he's like, I think I've talked about this on Terp Talk recently when we brought this up last time, but someone was like, oh bro, you don't want this. This has got 16%. And I think it was like some type of skunk or some type of genetic that I was like, I want that genetic, right? I want that terp. And he's like, this has got 24, whatever. I was like, no, dude, I want that one. He's like, man, this is gonna get you more. I'm like, it's not. But thank you. Like it was like some pineapple crap. And don't get me wrong, pineapple's fine. I just don't like, you don't know me. You're not even listening. You're not listening. I said I want skunk. I want something stanky.
Well, it's not about that just the high THC. It's about the whole effect. It's about everything. The terps, the CBDs,
entourage.
Yeah. And I think a lot in the industry is still very heavy just on high THC and what gets you the highest.
Well, it's not even. That's the thing. There's a miscalculation of what gets you the highest. There's a misunderstanding, not miscalculation. There's a misunderstanding that gets you highest, and it's just like the whole indica sativa thing for the longest time. And yes, generally, when you're speaking generally, you might land right. If you just close your eyes, and throw a dart, you might hit the target, right? Like
50-50.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 50-50. I don't know. Like to me, that's like a big thing about dispos. Like, listen. I don't need if I go in there and I'm like, I need high THC percentage, then sure, sell me high THC percentage.
Yeah, if that's what I want.
If I go in there and I want, if I'm talking terpenes and I want this terpene, like stick with me.
You probably won't get that terpene.
And T-Dub in the comments stealing my words, man. We need decrim and safe banking. And he says for vertical integration, and we do, but like decrim and safe banking to me protect the people. It's the most necessary steps, and I think sometimes with our younger generation, we forget how shitty it's been for so long, and because we can just go to the dispo and get our deals and like it dry with all, we forget there's people still in prison. It's like this is why we do this podcast because like we love to be entertaining, but there's still like a lot of bullshit going on. And decrim and safe banking are where it needs to start because that's how you get rid of mistreatment of people. Is changing the legislation that doesn't fucking make sense. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's gotta change.
So, yeah. I mean, this is. I hate to say it, but this is America, like the land of the free. Come on, let's smoke some weed. Like, who cares? Like, get over it. Like, you know what I mean?
Dude, you should.
And I'm not,
It's cannabis, man.
Yeah,
it's cannabis.
Yeah.
You're making tons of money. There's records in every state that's going legal with sales.
Big Tater has an interesting comment. He says, not very good. Penny Canna, Sky Mount. Anyone do it good? Like talking about. I mean, there are some small batch cannabis that I like. I fuck with the DNK. I like the Dank Dudes. We just tried them recently. That Sour Animal is nice. I like Ghost 3 and 3 shit. Like there's a bunch of like random places in the shops, but you got to kind of pick and go through them.
Had some decent flower.
Yeah, and because when you have those giant grows, they're not always. I like Hog, Healing Organic Gardens, like that was tight. But again, I know I smoke caregiver shit too. Like I just like bud. Like I
That's what I'm
like
saying.
good grown weed.
I love weed.
Like if it's not grown well, it's not grown well. If it's grown
Love
well,
Mary
it's
Jane.
grown well. You know.
That's your girl. That's my girl, Mary Jane.
Yeah, I mean Andy's right though. Unfortunately, you invest so much money, you want to see a return on that investment. Yeah, dude, that's the point of making money, right?
Point of business.
Like right,
No,
yeah,
that's
you
the
need
point of
ROI,
business,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You just don't want to open not to.
yeah.
And that's why I think the Dispo's doing price match. I think that's actually cool. I think it'd be cool to see more of that groovy. Of that happening.
Blowing my mind, man. You're blowing
know?
my mind, man.
Oh, they're doing 5 for $100 on this. What? Are you gonna price match that?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if that'd work in a place like in Detroit, Centerline types of areas because it's so small. Like you'd have to compete with everyone like that. Grand Rapids. I mean, Grand Rapids had a decent amount when we were out
pretty
there.
popular.
It was, yeah. I was gonna say it was.
Over there.
It was
That's what I'm
quite a
saying.
bit.
Similar, not similar to Metro Detroit, but
Yeah.
what are you about to say?
Yeah, no. I was saying, and I'm just reading the comments. Like, appreciate all the comments. If you can share, like, comment, whatever, really appreciate all that help. But
Yeah, everybody hit that like button that's tuned in right now.
yo,
Much appreciated, or that share button if you're on a different channel.
I never let them pick for me. I've had too many butters tell me a jar of cardboard and terps smell good. Oh, dude, I hear you. Cause like the worst thing to me is when you get a recommendation and like, say I'm feeling frisky that day, and I'm like, I got my own thing, and they're like, they recommended something. I'm like, you know what? Throw in a gram of that. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Because you're like, I'm feeling frisky.
Oh, 1
I'll
gram.
try it.
Groovy's like,
I'll
let's
try-
go,
Well,
baby.
you know what I'm
let's
saying?
go.
Like when you just like, you know what? Maybe I do want to try blackberry kush mints. Or like, you know what I mean? Like whatever. I just threw some shit together. Honestly, sounds like a good strain though, doesn't it? Like,
Growing it right now.
But when they're giving you these recommendations, like, I'm sorry, I've known you for all about 30 seconds, and you're giving me a recommendation on the weed I should smoke? Like, what? Like, like
You don't even know my flavor. You don't know my palate. You don't know anything. I haven't even told you nothing. You're like, all right, this one.
yeah, they don't even know your name. They're like, what's your name again, man? Because like they don't care, and it's like. When
It is fair though. There's a lot of people
Remember
coming
when the
in.
people? I know. Oh, I know. And that's what I'm saying. It's that turnover is so much
Repetition,
quicker.
it's a
Yeah, and then
lot.
you got people in the waiting room because back in the day it'd be like 3 people in the waiting room, and you'd be like, they'd go back and like tell your name. They'd be, oh, blah blah, come back with me, and they like walk you back, and it was like, oh, now what are you looking for today? Like it was like a whole thing. Now it's just changed. So
Yeah, now you just walk in, you go straight to the counter, and boom,
Yep.
boom. Some medical places still do that though,
yeah.
where they have somebody meet you and take you back, but not all, not as much.
Oh, we got some good comments on if anyone needs leveling up their garden, tap in. We got some people like everyone's always trying to do things. Scroll to the bottom of deals pages, and they're usually the friend point. Oh yeah, the fine print. They will price match. Really, Colin, you're blowing my mind here. So I gotta start reading the fine print. They might already be doing it. Like that's crazy.
Game changer.
Yeah, that is.
Groovy's gonna call me later, and I was like, dude, you wouldn't
All right,
believe
I'm
it.
at it as well. I'm just like on fucking what's it called? Whatever those apps are.
Weed
Prices
map. You
and
probably
stuff.
on Weed Maps or something.
Yeah. Ask your bud tenders who growers are on bulk. Take notice the ones that do it right. That's a good one. 80 said that in the comments. That's a really good way to look at it. If you ask who sells in bulk and then you like really pay attention to your growers and your cultivators, you can kind of dial in what's in your own price range. You know what I mean? You can dial in all that other stuff. So I definitely think that's, when you're at when I'm at Dispos, ask questions. You got to ask questions.
Yeah, I
You
think
just
that's
got to
number
question. Because at the end of the day, they might know more than you. They might know less. You really don't know.
There's some very knowledgeable bud tenders.
That's
out
what I'm
there,
saying.
too.
I'm not sitting here being like, I'm smarter than every bud tender. They don't know shit. It depends. I've walked in and been like, I know a lot more than you. And I've walked in and been like, wow, I didn't know that. Like, it's gotta keep an open mind, but also know what's up. Like if you know what's right, don't just let them say this 24% whatever pre-roll is gonna get you like super lit AF. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
AF. It might. I don't know. No. Nah, it just depends. It depends on who you get, really. As your bud tenders, Groovy was saying. I think asking questions is key. I think that's number one. feel them out. See if it's a good experience. If it's a good experience, go back. And if not, you can probably find a different shop that's probably carrying the product you're looking for at cost, or maybe you can price match it and get it at a cheaper cost. So just do a little bit extra digging on your phone and be able to save some money if you don't like the shop that you're going to. No one deserves a rude experience, especially if you're spending your hard-earned money inside of a shop just to get your product.
Damn right, dude.
That's frustrating. We've heard some frustrating stories, but we also heard some good stories. So it just depends on where you're going and the type of day, I guess, right? So
isn't that the worst though? It's really just so random, because remember one of the dispos I go to all the time because they have great deals. I recommend it to you, and then you had the shittiest experience, which caused this episode. So it's like I don't know anymore. I don't know what's real. No,
it's funny.
It
was awesome hearing everyone else's stories though and what's happened.
Well, and that's why like dispo is such a funny term nowadays, because it means so much. It means something different to everyone. Like I remember when dispos were all caregiver. I still think if caregivers get get their product tested, then they should be able to put their shit on shelves. Like if the shit passed quality testing, you should be able to do whatever you want. Like I don't understand why the whole seed. I mean, I guess to some degree, I get the seed to sale, but I don't really at the same time. If that makes sense. I don't know.
No, we got some good comments on Facebook.
Oh yeah, it's popping up. Yeah, I didn't get all the Facebook comments today. It was randomly. I'd get every once in a while. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, go through a couple of them.
What are your thoughts on the proposed cannabis consumption lounges? Personally, I don't like smoking in a crowd. I mean, I'm pumped for it. I mean, I hope, because it's a new idea, and I think it's gonna speed up that
normalization.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a new way to say that, because I guess I do mean normalization, but I mean the people that dislike weed to stop being so biased against it.
I think that's coming with like the drinks that are out, the more the edibles, the more the food coming, and then with this, I think that's the icing on the cake. I'm super pumped. I think it's gonna be different. I'm curious how it's done. Like if you're just going in and smoking, I think it'd be cool. Like a Friday night, you want to meet up a couple friends,
I like
smoke.
the possibilities, because now we can host a Micannacast night at the consumption lounge, right? Where we do like a meeting thing. You can do
where we could actually smoke there.
Music.
Not
like
have
I
to
make music.
worry
I know people
anything.
with staging, and like that's what we do, right? I do events, right? So I'm like, there's so much possibilities when you start going. And think about it, like there's no booze involved, so there's like not people just gonna randomly bust out in fights and just get too shway. I mean, maybe someone will fight one day, but you know what I'm saying. It's not gonna be so rowdy, so it's gonna be manageable. You'll
have like probably a dab center or a dab bar, which would be kind of cool.
Dave Caps just said, how many of them let you taste test? 0. I promise you. That's I wish, dude. That would be a true flex. Come in, hit the bong, like wipe off the bong, and you could try your bud. Up to 3 bong hits per visit. Minimum 20-minute purchase, or like you have like something like you have to spend $20 or something. I don't know, but you can try your buds.
I would try it at that point. I'd go through it. Like
that'd be a flex, dude. That's pretty sweet. I prefer dispensaries that have deli service style, like instead of prepackaged. Yeah, absolutely. Because when it's prepackaged, that's when you get that whole I can't afford to smoke this. You get that whole bougie type of flex. Like, look how much money I got, which is cool, I guess. But like, I mean, most smokers aren't these, the Migos. You know what I mean? Like, most people just trying to get a good value and some good product. Support their local homies, or local companies, whatever they believe in. You know what I'm saying?
Jamie mentioned Kalkushka Social Lounge coming to Kalkaska, featuring the John Sinclair Cafe coffee service.
Oh, cool.
We'll have to
make it out there. Yeah, Jamie, let us know if you're doing any of. Oh wait, isn't Kalkaska? That's a pretty far drive.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure Kalkaska is west and north.
Damn.
We'd still like to make a trip out there, though. If there's an event, maybe we can make it out there. Let's try to schedule some. Just can't casually.
That's what I'm excited about. That's what I'm excited about the Hot Box Social opening up in Hazel Park.
Yeah,
Ferndale, Hazel Park area.
Oh, there's Ann Arbor ones. There's the one in Flint we saw that they're just waiting for things to go.
Well, the one down in Ferndale or Ann Arbor is just waiting on the last couple of approvals, I believe, and then this one hopefully is opening up here soon.
I'm with that baked tater. I hate drinking, but like being social. Like ever since I got that DUI, granted, all charges dismissed or whatever, but like I just don't like. like yesterday I had a drink and I was like, only because I threw like $100 down on this booth, right? So I was like, I'm gonna have a drink. So I feel like I didn't get ripped off here, but at the same time, like that, I even felt bad about even having a drink. It's not my thing. There's not bad about having a drink. That's not the right word. I don't feel bad about it. I don't have as much enjoyment when I'm just like smoking weed, right? Like when I was out in the smoker section, I'm like blowing joints with friends and talking. Like I love that. You know how many friends I met in the smoker section? Cigarettes or weed, like throughout my life,
constantly.
Like, so I'm with you, Big Tater. It's gonna be fun to be social with weed. Some people aren't even used to it unless it's at a house party. Like, it's gonna be weird. Like,
yeah, I'm excited. It'd be a place to go if you just want to meet up, link up with a couple buddies.
Oh, Joey Zago, what's up, fam? Yeah, it's gonna be a great idea. That's what I think so. Yeah.
Hell yeah, what up, dude?
My carpet guy, shout out. I need a designated driver, though, because cops would be outside waiting. Yeah, I thought about that, but what about the millions of bars where everyone gets last call and they're literally wasted as they walk out the door, and you don't see any cops doing that? So, to me, if cops do that...
There's so many bars, though. You literally couldn't. There's bars on every...
Right. That doesn't make it right. It's just stupid.
Oh, girl.
I'm freaking out. No, because I'm just saying, like, does that make sense? Like, it's too many drunk people on the road, so let's just not worry about it. Like, what? I'm just fucking with you. But, like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Because, like, yes, entrapment, especially in the beginning, Joey, I'm with you. They are going to be doing that. I really think they will be watching you really hot. But as things progress, like, it's going to be more normalized, and it's going to become more like a bar. Like, let's be honest. Like, they don't wait outside of nightclubs, even though, like, most of those kids are on drugs, of drinking weed, whatever. They just know,
so many,
it's almost unmonitorable.
It's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be fun when they first open up. Opening, we'll probably be checking it out for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw you pulled up Jamie's comment real quick, talking about prepackaged buds and being able to open them. I also prefer dispensaries that serve deli style, at least in part, instead of everything being prepackaged. I love seeing my bud, right? I love being able to see it. So it is cool if they somehow can open it up or show you the packaged bud before you buy it. I think that I love seeing the bud before and being able to smell it, because if you can't, you're just guessing off of packaging at that point.
Bro, I don't even really want, like I said, the only reason why I did it is when I like want to try a new genetic. I'm like, fine, I'll buy it. Like, like I did that with that Christmas tree, right? Because I love mints. Like there's certain things where I'm like, all right, I want to try that genetic, and I might buy a eighth, But it's like, who's really gonna go spend $60 an eighth? What is that? I'm having out $480 an ounce plus tax. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
pretty expensive.
No one's gonna buy that. Like, no one.
It's pretty expensive.
And, you're just not gonna sell out. You can do whatever you want. You ain't just gonna sell out.
Yeah, we checked out. We were at Vehicle City. When did we go? When did we go?
No, Vehicle City. I love the Compassion Club idea. Yeah. That's why consumption lounges is that next step. It's the mixing them. They've been, dude, I said this before on the podcast. They've been ahead of the curve on that whole idea. Flint's not like a casual drive, unfortunately for me. Like, you can't just go out there in 5 minutes, like an hour. But it's a sweet ass idea. Like, I love that idea. Pay a little membership. You got that freedom, and
dude, being able to smoke and chill, mingle with a bunch of people, and it's just cannabis between dabs, your edibles. Like, it's a good time. And then you have some music just playing in the background.
Right.
Like, chill vibes, right, Groovy? Like, you can't complain on some chill vibes.
Yeah. No, and I just, with consumption lounges, like, it's gonna expand the industry to, more things than we can even think of. Because once the industry's created, then other industries are created from that industry. It's like cannabis, and then there's this industry, there's processing, and there's this. Every time there's an industry, there's all these sub-industries that are created, and people forget about.
Well, I think you're right with the events going at these consumption lounges. Think about this. What if you're a consumption lounge eventually, maybe down the line, you can get a kitchen there, so you can have private dinner events where you have a chef cook, and you have a seating area, and you have people come in where you can actually smoke. No, I know, that's our idea, right? But I'm saying, what if these consumption lounges eventually build kitchens with them as well, too, to be able to have these events, or just having more.
Well, look, Vehicle City Club. They had a whole bar. All you have to do is start infusing it. Like, awesome. It doesn't, like, it's just like a switch. We've talked to other places. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's a game changer. I think
we'll be seeing more of these popping up here in the future, though. Definitely. maybe this is the year of consumption lounges, dude.
There's so many ways to like
actually being out.
Well, and it gives these, it gives, I don't know, it'll grow the industry. So, but oh shit, we're 10 minutes over. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah, we are. We're
No
going.
shit.
We appreciate everyone commenting and tuning in today.
Yeah.
Dropping all the comments, man. Appreciate you all.
Yeah.
I guess.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize what time it was. We were all just like going. Appreciate all the comments today, the shares, the likes, all that. If you want to check out my stuff, you can check me out. My music, Groovy, 2 E's, no Y, on like Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, all that stuff. Lo-fi, funkier bass music. I got some gigs coming up. You'll see more. Very excited. Groovy music on all the socials. Canada Dave, we're gonna find you.
You can find me, Canada Dave, on all socials. You can find Micannacast on all socials, all streaming platforms. If it's your first time joining us, hit that like button, subscribe button. We appreciate it. We go live every Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern time, wake and bake. Like today, we engage with you guys. We try to have engagement talk. Tuesdays, we go live. It's we do more educational talking about the plant, talking about cannabis in general. And that's our Terp Talk Tuesdays. That's at 7:10 Eastern time. And then we also release an episode, which is on all your streaming platforms where you listen to your music, from Apple to Spotify to iHeart, Amazon, Google. That's out at 4:20 Eastern. And if you want to check out the video of that, that's out on YouTube. So our YouTube has all of our videos, has our reviews that we've been publishing. So hit that subscribe button. We have exclusive content on Patreon. That's just to support us. That usually helps us with hosting and us being on all these different platforms and different things like that. So appreciate the support, guys. We have a different series on there as well too. Two birds getting stoned.
I don't know what I'm dancing for.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know. It's fun. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a cool mini series we're doing. Not really a mini series, but it's just a different series, I guess. Yeah. New content. So you can catch that on Patreon. Search Micannacast, you'll be able to find it. And other than that, we got a cool episode. Yep. Whoa.
Cool episode. Yeah, I got with Packwoods coming out this week. Shout out Russ. Shout out Chef.
Yeah.
So definitely stay tuned for that. They got a unique product that on the market. Pretty cool idea. And that's it. If you dig the tunes, shout out Squad Records, me and my fam. Some lo-fi tunes by me and my brother Logan Law. So if you're into lo-fi and stuff, check that out. So appreciate y'all.
Yeah, you guys all have a great weekend. Again, appreciate you tuning in. See you live this Tuesday. Other than that, we're always here to advocate,
educate,
and inspire. Till next time, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.